What up, though? What up, though? Again, here's another didactic installment. As y'all can see, the title for a reason. Corruption in the files, corruption in the ranking files, corruption in the files. They don't want me shedding a light on their charlatan. Shame, shame, shame. And before I get off into it, there's two things I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to field strip. Hold on, let me get to my camera. How to field strip a Ruger 5.7. Now, all polymers fall into kind of like the same family in terms of the strip down, but it's just a quick tutorial and see if I'm showing. After I play the song, I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on how to break this down. You see it's not loaded. It's not loaded. I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to break this down. That goes for similar pommel pistols. So with that, we just going to have a quick instruction on how to tear this down real quick after I play this song. With that being said, let me play the song that is fitting for this title. And I'm finna mute up.
Somebody fan the fire. Flame of love is about to die. Somebody fan the fire. Flame of love is about to die. Somebody fan the fire. Flame of love is about to die. Somebody fan the fire. Love is dying today. Somebody fan the fire. Flame of love is dying, I say. We're gonna fan the fire. Come on along. Little children starving for land. Talk about it, brother. Come on. Man afraid to take the brother hand. And woman in trouble calling, but nobody cares. People deny the rights of truly there. It's a shame. Ooh, I believe, 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 I believe the flame of love is about to die. And the fire, and the fire. I believe the flame of love is about to die. And the fire, and the fire. I believe the flame of love is about to die. Flame of love is about to die. Somebody fan the fire. Flame of love is about to die. We're gonna fan the fire. human race. It's a shame. Oh, wait. Listen. I believe. 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 When my love is about to die. And die. And die. I believe. About to die. And die. And die. I believe. I believe. I believe. It's about to die. Oh, and die. Shame, shame, shame. Yeah, yeah, it's a shame, shame, it's a shame. And love is about to die. Somebody can find it. And love is about to die. Somebody can find it. Come on, man. Love is about to die. Come on, dear. Love is about love is dying today. Somebody magnify. Come on. Name of love is dying, I say. We're gonna magnify. Come on along. I believe the flame of love is about to die. I believe the flame of love is about to die.
It's a fucking shame. Yeah, it's a shame. The flame of love is about to die. Somebody fan that fire. And I'm about to fan the fire, so come on along, nigga. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Small illustration. For those who don't and for those who do, number one thing is gun safety. As you know, there's nothing in the clip. As you can see, nothing in the clip. Nothing in the gun. Simple instructions on how to break down a Ruger 5.7. First, what you want to do is lock your pistol back. Of course, this is your slide lock. You lock your pistol back with your slide lock, right? This is to release it. This is to lock it. So as you lock it, there's this takedown pin right here, or takedown lever as they call it. And in that, you got to press down on it. What I usually do is use the butt end of the clip to push it down, to push it. You can see it. Let me scoot up a little bit. As you can see, I'm pushing on it, and then I'm going to pull on the lever at the same time. Now, you heard that click, right? That lets me know that it's out. So this lever that you see is protruding out. Let me see if I can do this. This lever is protruding out. Yeah, you can see that. You pull it down 90 degrees, carefully unlock, and there you have it. Your spring, I don't feel like taking it. I can take it off, but here's your spring and your barrel inside your spring. I'm just going to do that and show the barrel. That's how you break the gun down now. I'm assembling it now. All right. Putting the spring back in. Make sure you put the right end in now, because you got a flush bottom end, and then you got a hole at it. That's the holes go on the front of the barrel, and the smooth end goes at where the barrel locks in at. Now, putting it back, simple. Let me straighten this out. All right. Simple. Even I'm forgetting sometimes there. See that? See how that goes in? Simple. What you usually want to do is take your slide on the base of your pistol, line it up. Oh shit, I'm not got it up high enough. You gotta line it up right there and then slip in. And what you do, you pull back, lock it again. You hear that click with the pin takedown? You push it back in, and there you have it, a breakdown of a Ruger 5.7. Other than that, let's get down to this shit. Let me see who in the house. What's up, Mind's Eye? Mind's Eye in the motherfucking building. Just a quick tutorial on how to break down a pistol. But let's get off into this corrupted file because that stream that I did concerning the interview between Sanchez and Jesse Lee Peterson, my breakdown is epic. It's on point. It can't be disputed. It's just what it is. And I'm tooting my horn here. I am the triple master in doing that. It's unfortunately that my stream got taken down. Unfortunately for some shit that have not been passed. What's up, Nick J? It's unfortunate for a song that is banned all around the world. Like banned all the way around the world, to say the least, because this is, I don't know exactly how the game go, but what from my understanding is that music that is not copyrighted or don't have clearance or whatever the case may be, or dubbed to be banned, that will give you a community violation on your shit and they will take the stream away. Now, as of lately, have y'all been seeing very consistently where I've been making streams where I did have some hiccups in the beginning. And I'm saying to myself, I'm still trying to understand the game. So by understanding it, I was looking off into the music in terms of what I can play and what I can't play. Now, like I'm not familiar with every artist in the goddamn world, but my motherfucking catalog is pretty big. And with that being said, I found the list of music that is safe to play without giving me community strikes. So I found me a groove. You understand what I'm saying? And I've been playing music subtly, not all the time, but what you hear is the intro. Of course, that's from Meters, the sissy. Straight up sissy strut. That's what they call it. It's called the sissy strut. Not like sissy like a fag, but they talking about a woman. But none the motherfucking less. I found my list to where I want to do it. I got my intro song, like I just said, which is the sissy, the strut by the Meters. I found my little catalog that I can play it. And, you know, I'm enlarging it as I go because as I go, I learn. For instance, Childish Gambino, which is one of my favorite artists. He got a song called It Feels Like Summer, which is a hit. It almost sounds like a Marvin Gaye song, but it's a hit. And with that, I play that and I got community struck for it. Not only that I got community struck, but they killed my stream in the middle of the song. So I know that some songs will get you community struck considering what kind of song it is, if it's clear, copyrighted, or whatever the fuck case may be. But in this case, I played a song where it is banned from 74% of the world's population in terms where YouTube is available. And you know YouTube is available all the way around the world. And with that, it's a certain song that I played at the end by request. And when I played it, it struck my shit. And I seen all these countries. I never heard of a country called Christmas Island, but all these countries that the shit is banned from. It is banned. And when it's partially seen, I don't know how that dispute go. But I got a few that still have that yellow eye on it. And that's telling me that only partially people can see it. But it's not banned in the USA, which I don't like to dispute that in terms of that because of the music. And if it's banned in countries that, to say the least, I'm not too familiar with, like just say if it was banned in motherfucking Afghanistan, some motherfucker, I wouldn't give two fucks if it's banned there. Long as the people that I know in the United States, and I'm putting that in quotation marks, or the people that are subscribed to me, they can see it, but they can't see it in terms of this stream. All the other streams they can see. And I got that eye that's in the yellow because you got a green eye that means go. You got a yellow eye means warning. It's partially black. And then you got the red eye, meaning that the whole motherfucking stream has been totally blocked. I got the yellow eye. And the yellow eye is for 74% of the world's population who watches YouTube. And that's including the United States of America. That's the reason why nobody ain't seeing it. That's a corruption in files. That's a corruption. Now, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best to use discernment here in terms of this, and I'm gonna go up the ladder because I disputed it, to say the least, because it ain't that. And this is the crazy shit. They didn't even give me the opportunity to try to edit that shit up out of there. But I know I can go back on it, re-record it, and rebroadcast it. I can do that. But the momentum is gone. The momentum has been lost off that stream. That stream has lost momentum. Not me as Didact. I haven't lost momentum. The stream did, but that stream was a fucking dagger, and them niggas knew it. They knew it. They fucking knew it. But let's go to this definition right here, because this is who they protecting. And please don't let it be, because I'm not a motherfucking fool. You understand? I'm not a motherfucking fool. You understand? And I will only allow shit only one motherfucking time to happen. Only one motherfucking time. And with that, hey, don't suggest absolutely nothing else for me. And I'm being dead serious, because this shit right here was a fucking dagger. It was a dagger. It was a dagger. And I know the music I played was safe. It was safe. But I took two people's requests, and they know who the fuck they were. Yeah, I'm upset. I'm highly upset. When I took their requests, I played the song. That is the song that is striking me all over the fucking world. How in the fuck can a one song be fucking banned in 74% of the fucking world, yo? Listen, you think I'm lying? Let me, because I'm finna show you some shit. I'm finna show you some shit. Hold on. Bear with me. Bear fucking with me, y'all. Because this shit got me pissed the fuck off, because I was doing very well with my streams not being interrupted, because I knew what I can play and what I didn't know I didn't have to play according to my music list. I don't listen to motherfucking The Last Jedi. I don't know who the fuck these people are, but I played them. And when I played them, I got played. All right. I want y'all to draw your attention. I'm finna draw your attention to what I'm talking about. All right, let me remove me. And this is information that I'm sharing with y'all in terms of that. So people can go back, rewind it, look at it, and see what the fuck I'm talking about in terms of that. But let me go back. As you can see here, this is the video I'm talking about. As you can see, it says partially blocked. You see, it says partially blocked, right? Let me show you who is partially blocked to. See details, right? This is the song, Book of Bloods, The Coming of 10, Jedi Mind Trick. And they got the details in terms of where it was being played, because this was at the very end of my stream. Look what it's banned by. Look, Afghanistan, Anzai Island, Albania, Algera, whatever the fuck, American Samoa, some Bahamas. You see all this shit? Y'all see it? Let me see if I can enlarge that. No, I can't enlarge it. Can I enlarge it? Oh, yes, I can. Boom. Look at this shit. Look at that shit. Caribbean, Netherlands. And don't Sister Alma stay in the Netherlands? I think she stays in the Netherlands. Look at this shit, man. Japan, Jersey. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, motherfucker. You think I'm not stupid, but I'm going to try to troubleshoot it through the ladder. The L-A-D-D-E-R, I'm going to try to shoot it. No, the L-A-T-T-E-R. I'm going to try to shoot it through the ladder, nigga. I'm going to take the ladder and see if I can troubleshoot this. If I can't, that means it's the sabotage. Look at this shit. United States, United Kingdom, Vatican City. What the fuck? I got to go back and listen to that song, actually listen to it, and see what the fuck I played. And see what I played. I'm not afraid of motherfuckers. I'm the worst thing that the system ever fucking ran into. Trust me. I'm not afraid of motherfuckers. But I know how to walk the tightrope. I know how to walk the tightrope. I know how to dance in a room full of devils without stepping on anybody's toes. And with that, this is the shit that I'm talking about. So when I'm talking about this, yeah, the song is called Jedi Mind Trick, something, The Coming of 10 or some bullshit like that. It's the Book of the Blood, The Coming of 10. I'm warning everybody, if anybody got a stream, do not, and I repeat, do not play that song or your shit will be struck to the point where you can't troubleshoot it. You're going to have to wait until the dispute go through. Because usually when you get partially blocked, it ain't like this. It's not like this. It's not like this. That song banned in 70. You seen all the goddamn countries that it's banned in. I can show you a song right. Hold on. Just to prove it. Just to prove it. You know what? I just showed it. I don't have to prove it because I was going to compare it to another stream that I said where I got that partial eye telling me that it's partial. Everybody in the world can see the motherfucker. And the song that they so-called struck, I think it was like an Earth, Wind, and Fire song or some shit like that. Other than that, the whole world can see it. The whole world can't see this stream. And it's terrible because you know why? They are fucking hiding their charlatan. Check this out. Let's share this. Because I know that's exactly what they doing. Fucking punk ass motherfuckers. Fuck my stream up. So just say if it was a fifth, we all be drunk. They let the motherfucker go. It done lost momentum in terms of people who was trying to come back to watch that shit. People been commenting on last motherfucking stream talking about what happened to that stream. So I had people acquiring what happened to the stream that you just did on Sanchez being a crypto fucking Christian and masquerading as a fucking flat earther. It's gone, dog. I don't know what the fuck happened to it. All I know is that it got put on strike for a song that I didn't know nothing about. It was requested for this song to be played. And I played it, and that what got my fucking shit struck from 74%. Not 3, not 4, not 5, 74% of the world's population who has YouTube. I just showed you all the fucking countries. The countries. I never heard of Christmas Island. They had Afghanistan up there, for God's sake. I don't know nobody in Afghanistan, but they had somebody in the Netherlands, and I believe, and I think that Sister Amma is in the Netherlands. She can't see it. So if they wanted to go back to chew on this shit and eat and get full off the nourishment of what Didac laid down in terms of dinner, because what Sanchez serves is bullshit. And I'm trying to have people to see through that bullshit, and the momentum gets stopped. I'm talking about this is pivotal. All the other streams that I have done on motherfuckers, because the same shit kind of happened with Cook Beach, because I put that shit out there and that one got put on hold, which I really didn't give two fucks, because dissing them or criticizing them, really, that ain't nothing to do. Sanchez is a fucking charlatan. Am I sharing my screen? Yeah, I'm sure am. He's a fucking charlatan. So I'm going to pay my attention to a charlatan. Who is a charlatan? A charlatan is a person falsely claiming to have special knowledge or skills. A fraud. He's a fraud. He always claimed that he can get in contact with the ancestors, and the ancestors is telling him this and that and blase splitty. Lying like a motherfucker, knowing goddamn well you ain't getting in no motherfucking contact with no motherfucking goddamn ancestors, dog. Because it's a ritual behind getting in contact with the ancestors. You just can't sit there on your computer smoking weed and getting drunk and thinking you're getting in contact with the ancestors. No, nigga. It's rituals with this. That's the reason why Bobby Hemmett drunk the 40 ounce and spit it out. Why do you think Bobby Hemmett took a bottle of goddamn water and fed the plant and said, "Ashe"? Why do you think Dr. Ben was drinking brandy and spitting it all over the room? Same thing with Free Seaman L. Why do you think these people did that? It's ritual. Nobody never seen you do no motherfucking shit like that. Only thing we seen you do was drink liquor, and that's it. Swallow it all. You didn't waste none. You know the saying, waste not, want not. Nigga, you did not waste not a drop of the fucking liquor, and you smoke up all the weed, nigga. You smoke like a chimney. And I can tell that you a dope fiend because you will smoke a fucking roach to your fingertips, nigga. Who in the fuck does that? Take them roaches, at least leave it 1/3. Break them. Trust me in what I say, because this is Didac's idea. Trust me, y'all. This is the. I thought about selling pre-smoked weed. Tell me if I'm lying. How many people in my house? I got 5 million people in my house. What's up, Calico Chris? For all those who are weed smokers, it's called the hoof of the blunt or the hoof of the joint, which is get down to the roach, right? Everybody talks about the roach of the weed, because you know why? All that burning has created residue at the end of that blunt. Now, this is Didac's idea. Y'all can take and run with it. Y'all can, because you know, I done been there and done that, but I haven't done this one yet, but this is my idea. And I'm giving it to y'all game free. This is game free. I know that people love blunt roaches or joint roaches. They will break the motherfuckers down and re-roll that shit up. And for the most part, and I'm talking about 9 times out of 10, that motherfucking blunt or that motherfucking joint, because you know I smoke joints, but for my people who smoke blunts, I know for a fact that that blunt or that joint it's almost eating like leftover lasagna. You understand what I'm saying? It's like good leftovers, real good leftovers. You know, when you ate it that day, it was good, but when you ate it the next day, that shit was super good. That's what blunt roaches would do, or joint roaches would do when you re-roll them. Didac said, what if I start selling weed that is pre-smoked? Meaning that it's gonna be the straight flower, but I was gonna infuse it, like super infuse it with weed smoke, burnt weed smoke. Or this is what you can do. You're gonna lose a lot of weed in terms of, because trust me, I done thought about this like 100 billion times. You're gonna lose a lot of weed. Now, the sweetness of the blunt, it's almost like smoked meat. You know what I'm saying? Wrapped up smoked meat. So you need that blunt wrapped around that weed, or you need that paper wrapped around the weed. What I was thinking is building an apparatus that will smoke it halfway through. You know, that would just pull on it and smoke it, have a machine that will suck and pull on a joint or pull on a blunt halfway through. And from that point, you take the weed out and I'm talking about, it's a tedious process and you will waste a lot of weed, but motherfucker, you will have some killer on your goddamn hands. Oh shit. But that was a sidebar there in terms of that. But seriously, y'all, it's been a corruption in my files, man. They don't want me shedding the light. And I put that in quotation because what kind of light I'm going to shed on him is darkness. Because right now the brightness is on him. The bright light is on him. I'm trying to shed the dark light on him to where y'all don't see this motherfucker no more. And every time I try to shed light on their charlatans, they come out to do some shit to stop the momentum. Shame on y'all. Fucking shame, shame, shame. 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 That's almost like cheating in a boxing match and shit. The shit is out of order, man. The shit is out of order, but good for me. See, I can always go back and do it all over again the same way that I did it, except that it's going to be minus some shit. You understand? Because I'm a journalist. I take tedious notes. I'm pedantic when it comes down to this. Like pedantic. So I take tedious notes. So all my notes are here. I can go right back over the stream and point everything back out. But the momentum is gone off that, not me. The momentum is gone off that stream. So Sanchez can walk around here with motherfucking impunity again and act like that what he said doesn't contradict everything what he's fucking talking about. Now the nigga is back on the Hebrew Israelite shit. How in the fuck he get back to that? Because you know why? My stream went fucking, it got fucking corrupted. That's the reason why he can go back to that shit. Other than that, a lot of people would have seen that. A lot of people would have questioned that dude. A lot of people probably went up there and said, hey, what do you mean by this? What do you mean by that? Because right now, nobody don't have the balls or the galls to go up there and confront. I'm not going, like I said, I'm not going back to Sanchez show ever. But I am going to critique this nigga. And right now, he probably still on talking about the fucking Hebrews, saying some triggering shit, right? He was talking about Dr. Ben. I said, boy, oh boy, only if we did have that rule of purging. Nigga, I would catch a flight to Las Vegas to come look for you, Sanchez, just to purge on you. Just to purge on Sanchez, nigga. I will come to Las Vegas to come look for him if there was a such goddamn permission to purge. Other than that, the nigga's getting away with murder. And with that, he's going to continue to talk shit that provokes nothingness. Let me get a clearer understanding to you. He provokes nothingness. He provoked. That dude, I don't know why he called himself that, because it will put a sentence in a conundrum trying to say his whole ass name. But the nigga is biting everything Didac is saying. And I'm talking about the dude called himself, quote, me, myself. Him, that motherfucker. Hey, dog, keep my fucking information out of your charlatan ass mouth. Y'all don't know shit about science. Nothing. You cannot. I showed Mental Ninja just some practical shit on that stream. That's the reason why I'm saying, so corruption in the files, man. They don't want me shedding light. They don't want me shedding that light because I'm putting a cloak over that flat earth shit. But I just showed Mental Ninja some simple shit in terms of what energy does. And this is what we all talk about. We want to know our energy. According to Sanchez, the ancestors was building a way to harness our deja vus. That's Sanchez, stupid dumbass. But with that being said, I showed Mental Ninja a simple illustration. You know what he did? He went to Z panel, and I don't know if he was being sarcastic or not, but I seen in the chat this nigga said, I am convinced. I am neither a flat earther or a round earther. I'm not convinced with neither model. He said that shit. No, you not convinced about your model. You in denial of the round earth. You in denial with that, but you're not convinced with the flat earth because everything keeps pointing back to that sphere. Everything is pointing back to the round sphere. That's the reason why he said he can't deny or confirm either one of them. But trust me, he's denying round earth where he's not convinced with flat earth. So that's the reason why. And the reason why he can't deny flat earth because flat earth is non-existence. How can you deny anything that's in non-existence? You just have to convince yourself that it exists. And that's what people do. It's called grandeur of delusion. You put yourself in a state of illusion, in a state of delusion, because your perception don't go no further than what the fuck you see. That's the reason why David Copperfield and your fucking Chris Angels can get away with fucking murder. I swear for living God, the city of Las Vegas is still there, but David Copperfield made the motherfucker disappear behind goddamn mirrors. David Copperfield made the city of Las Vegas disappear, nigga. Or at least a building in that motherfucker. But it's still there. You dumbass niggas. Because you can't see what your eyes can see. You think that is real. No, nigga, that's reality. And the ITY and what is real allows you to play with that. You dumb motherfucker. Pilots got to see flat, dude. They got to land on a flat surface. Nowhere in hell that they goddamn windshield is bubbled. It's not bubbled. And you see out of it straight. You don't see curvature and man, come on, man. That's y'all fight back in terms of that. Oh, if you look out of a bubble lens, that's the reason why you see curvature. Come on, man. Are you serious? But these are the arguments. But I just showed a simple slow motion, right? And I tied it in with sacred geometry. That's the reason why I know for a fact that my shit is raw. It's raw business, and people see it. People understand it. And motherfuckers are afraid of it. All right? Motherfuckers are afraid of it. But check this out. I showed a slow motion. You know what? I'm finna do it again. I'm finna break that shit down again. This time, I can break it down. I'm sharing screen. You can go to that YouTube too. Let me mute the damn. I muted myself on mistake. This is what you call sacred geometry, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is a cylinder, which people would consider to be a pole. But in this pole, you got both north and south. So when explosion takes place, it takes place both north and south. It goes east and west. All right. In every else direction that it has to take in terms of the 8 directions that it takes. Northwest, north-south, east-west. It takes 8 directions. It does. And in these 8 directions that this explosion is taking, because we're talking about the Ogdog here, in these 8 directions that this explosion takes place, watch what shape that it holds. Now, you're looking at different exposures. The one that's to your left has a higher resolute exposure. That's the reason why you can see through the dark water. Unlike the one to the right, got less exposure, meaning you can see less through the dark waters. And we all know that what are waters? Universal conduit. Without water, you wouldn't be able to astroplane. I said astro. Well, that's right though. But that's right. But not astroplane, but astral project or even astral travel. You can't do that without water, and that's what it's killing me, because when I see Sanchez, he don't tell you what you need in order for you to astral project. Like the simplest shit is water. That's the simplest shit. But when we talk about waters, they're going to have to run from it, because you know why? You see, even with these bubbles, the starting of the implosion, the starting of it, you can see the bubbles are round. Not square, not flat, but sphere shape. Now, what we finna see here is an explosion where the Big Bang takes place. This is the Big Bang in primordial waters. I'm taking practical shit and putting it into sacred geometry. Now, I can get spooky and just go off into the Bible and make y'all and mislead y'all. We ain't talking about the Bible, but the Bible was talking about this, though. Now, I'm going to say that again. We're not talking about the Bible, but the Bible is definitely talking about this. Because this right here, you repeat every single day inside your body, and especially if you're making a baby. Outside of that, you can go get you a fucking fish tank. Go get you a firecracker where it can survive underwater. Light it, get you a camera that can move in slow motion, and you can get these same pictures. Now, another synchronicity in sacred geometry. What they say about God's time and our time. What they say about that, because sometimes I say it wrong, so please correct me. If I'm saying it wrong, please correct me. But they say that 1 minute of God's time is like, 1 minute of God's time, 1 minute of our time is God's time is like 50 million years or some shit. Or 1 second of our time is a lot of time to God, or less time to God is a lot of time to us. It's either one of those two. But with that being said, what's playing right here is that the lens is looking through God's eye. So God is slowing time down versus where we at, time moves relative in terms of that. But in God's eye, it's moving real slow. No, I said that wrong. In our eyes. That was right. I did say that right the first time. The TV, the video camera is our eyes to what God is. A second to God. There it is. I knew I was saying that right. A second to God is an hour to us. So 1 second that happens like that, it takes a long time for us. So in this slow motion that we fit about to see, this is the direct synchronization of our eyes seeing the explosion takes place really, really slow. I'm talking about really slow. And what God sees is that it's happening fast. So in that, this is where scientists comes into play and slow it down to the sight of what we see compared to God, sacred geometry. And as you can see, it bubbles, boom. There's the explosion. There's the 8 ways that it go. And see what is shaped. You see the shape of a sphere. And you know they always saying that stars are imploding and exploding on themselves. That's the explode. Watch the implode. That's exploding. It's still going out. It's probably at a point of inertia because this is where we at in the world. We at the point of inertia. This is where we at. It already exploded and expanded. Now, if we as human beings don't take life for granted, right? And we know that things are not, to say the least, and I'm not going to say the word, but we take shit for granted. And because of that, we don't understand what's going on here in terms of that until it's too late. In other words, until it's too late. I mean, things are internal. Things are internal, right? But sometimes it's not forever. But it's internal, but it's not forever. Like your flesh is not forever, but your soul is internal. And with that, this is what's taking place in our internal or in our forever world. Right now, we living, we surviving, but they saying that we're imploding. And when I say they, we are the ancestors, the Dogon said it, the ancient Hebrew said it. Everybody say it, from the scientists all the way down to your novice, saying we explode and implode. Without exploding, we got to you can't implode without exploding. You can't explode without imploding, right? What goes up must come down. What's the saying? You got your higher self, lower self, blase splivy woo woo. And watch. Explosion. This is where we living at. Now it's starting to implode, shrink. It's starting to shrink on itself. And this is what we know is going on. Not only with the stars, but only in our own universe. We know it's imploding and exploding. Total explode time, which was 0 point something milliseconds. They were able to slow this down as much as they could. They said it was down to 120,000 flaps per second. So that's slow as a motherfucker, or flops per second. So that's slow. So when them doing that, that's where we see in our eyes how the universe is exploding. We see it explode slow as a motherfucker, but in God's time, that shit takes not even a second. Not even a second. Now he did another illustration showing you how shit come out of the water. Now, again, we are talking about geometric shapes that would take place after an explosion takes place. Because we know about tsunamis, right? Underground volcanoes, underwater volcanoes. We know all about that, right? And considering that we do know all about that, this is just a small micro scale on what can happen if something exploded underwater. You see all those little bitty round, you see all those itty bitty round spheres of water. And we talking about a universal conduit here. We talking about things that is fluent and also crystallized. We talking about water, hydrogen and oxygen put together. And these motherfuckers don't know shit from Shinola in terms of what scientific properties bring those together. Because I would ask them, what is the bond? Give me the element that's bonding the hydrogen with the oxygen. Now, getting to this crux of this string. All right. I don't think I would say my work have not went down in vain, because I'm going to make sure that it does not go down in vain. But I'll be motherfucking damned, because that's the reason why I even struck this stream up, is because I am mad and I have to vent right now in terms of that. And inventing, that's, that's a double entendre. I know mind's eyes for to have a fucking field days with that invent. But me venting out in terms of how I feel about my stream being put on the back burner like that lets me know that my momentum is just what it is. It's strong. I'm getting bigger and I'm rolling down a hill. And with that being said, motherfuckers see it, and I don't know if they gonna try to. I don't know if it's natural obstacles. I'm gonna try to give the benefit of the doubt. Like I said, I'm gonna play the ladder here and say it's not a natural obstacle. No, I would say this: they didn't know that was gonna happen to my channel. But I'm just letting you know that the two people who recommended for me to play that song got my channel, not my channel, but that stream put on time out, to say the least. And no one can go back and check it until they free it up. And that's not my recognizance to do that. I want people to see it. The motherfucker had it was getting views, to say the least. And I know that a lot of people in the momentum that it was in, because I started getting comments or texts from other streams that I did, talking about what happened to this stream, that the one you just did. And I'm saying to myself, damn, it did have momentum. It did have some momentum, because I got people asking me what the fuck happened to the stream. That means that they was going to play back, listen to it, and say, okay, now I can match up what the fuck. Because I'm telling you, man, it was a few people, like I said, it was a few people who got enough balls, because Didac is putting it out there. But I seen a few people get enough balls to try to challenge Sanchez on some shit. And one of the dudes who challenged Sanchez on the military shit, because I just did a stream on him, which one, which requires more of a sacrifice, the U.S. government or the music industry. We all know which one requires a more goddamn sacrifice. But the dude that was up there on Sanchez shit, I think he got the information for me, because I gave the motherfuckers enough information, not enough bravery. I gave them enough information for them to go on and challenge Sanchez, because before, nobody had information on challenging Sanchez. Nobody had it. They was wanted to disagree with him, I think, just for the sake of. But other than that, no motherfucker had information to really debunk him. Only Didac did. That's the reason why Didac has an impression with the 150. I think I got like 3 new subscriptions. I think I seen Tori Povich. I'm saying his name right, y'all? Tori Povich. I think I seen him subscribe to me. And he be the main one calling me die of death and all that shit. And I think he was one of the ones that used to uh, time me out, give me the 300 seconds and all that good shit. But with that being said, with my 152 subscribers, that is scaring the fuck out of these niggas. It's scaring them. I only got 152 subscribers. How can y'all be that goddamn scared of me? But they are. Because you know why? Dada got the information that will question they ass and what the fuck they saying in terms of application. If you want to be a rebellious motherfucker against the voting system, go down there and tell them that fuck you. I'm not voting. They're gonna say, "What's your name?" You can give them your name. You're not scared, are you? You're not scared of the government. Give them your name. Tell them who the fuck you are and tell them you're gonna take that vote and shove it up your fucking ass. Guess what? It's gonna land on the desk of the politician. It says it's gonna say Jeremy Ties. We're gonna say Ties. Jeremy Ties came to this fucking poll screaming at the. Trust me, they will get that on their desk. They're not gonna get on their desk that 50,000 people stayed at home and refused to goddamn vote. They ain't gonna give a fuck about you, you hoe ass nigga. That's not practical. And that's what Sanchez teaches. But Didac teaches you go down to the polls and refuse to vote. Go to the fucking polls, you stupid dumb motherfuckers, and express your fucking right there. Don't do it at home. You don't show up, they gon'. What was the saying? Anybody ever seen The Wire? Do you remember that part where Prop Joe was trying to get Marlo in because Prop Joe was having a problem with the New York niggas moving in on the territory and bringing the dope in? And that was the only reason why Prop Joe wanted Marlo for his muscle. So he bring him in. Well, Marlo decided to go in because, you know, Prop Joe had to set it up by setting up a fake ass. It wasn't fake because he sent Omar. He sent Omar to go do it, but it was a setup. With that being said, Marlo had a deal with Prop Joe to wipe out all the New York niggas from Baltimore. Well, you know, kill them motherfuckers and send them a message type of shit. So in doing that, they had a way of getting rid of the bodies so none of that shit had come back on Marlo. So they used to take the bodies, put them in abandoned buildings and shit, throw lye on them and shit so they won't stink and shit like that, and call it a day. But what was going on is that the New York niggas was still on their corners and they was trying to figure out why. But Slim Charles said it. Slim Charles said it defeats the purpose because you don't know if the motherfuckers went home or they went on vacation or they went somewhere down south. Because the bodies was disappearing. In other words, when you vote, if you just disappear and you don't show up and you don't appear, because that's what it means to disappear when you don't appear. If you don't appear to anything, nobody will never know what the fuck is going on with you, dog. You stupid, dumb motherfuckers. That's the reason why they was telling them, leave the bodies on the ground. So the New York niggas who see this shit, they'll think otherwise to come on that block and sell dope because they see a dead nigga living there, a dead nigga laying there. Same thing with your abstinent vote. You go there and you dead that vote. When you dead the vote, they see it laying on the ground with chalk around it. Now they got to investigate it. They finna send all kind of motherfuckers to investigate that murder. You dumb motherfuckers. That's the point that Prop Joe was trying to send. That if they see these New York niggas laying on the ground dead, it's gonna send a message to New York. Don't come your ass down here. You see that synchronicity that I just put together? That's what you call real sacred geometry, you dumb motherfuckers. something that is practical that you can do. And I compared it to some shit that you think you're a part of, and that's the dope world or the streets. Because for the most part, the niggas that I think that I'm communicating with, to say the least, are coming from the streets. And if so, let's think rationally. All right? If you never seen The Wire, I just explained it. Prop Joe wanted the New York niggas off his block, so he got Marlo to do it. What Marlo way was, he would disappear the bodies. He would take you to an abandoned building and kill you. Prop Joe told them, well, it was actually Slim Charles, but Slim Charles was part of Prop Joe, told Marlo that defeats the purpose. We want the body laying there so everybody else can see the motherfucker. Let's parallel that. Let's synchronize it. Let's sacred geometry over to you voting. Because what you do is you disappear. You don't show up to the poll. Because they don't know if you went to your grandma's house. They don't know if you went down south, because that's what Slim Charles was saying. When you disappear the bodies, nobody knows what happened to the New York niggas. So one would assume that, oh, they went downtown. Oh, they went out of town. They went to California. They don't know what the fuck happened to them. But if you leave that body laying there, this is what you do in abstention vote. You go down there and you murder your vote. You dead your vote. You shoot your vote dead in front of them. You murder your vote in front of these motherfuckers. And guess what? In real life, we're talking about synchronicity, secreticity. We're talking about real shit here. None of that fake shit over by Sanchez shit. An investigation will come out. They'll start investigating that dead body. They'll surround the place with yellow tape. They'll get the chalk out. They will chalk the outlining of his body. What the fuck you think will happen if you go down to the polls and dead your vote? What you think will happen? The same kind of investigation will kick in. They will circle your vote. They will circle your name. They will write a border around your name like a dead body. And then they send it to the proper investigators to investigate why this motherfucker is deading his vote. If you don't show up to the polls, they're going to assume that, oh, shit. Well, what happened to Charlie? Well, Charlie went out of town. Well, fuck. Okay, Charlie out of town. What happened to Sam? Oh, Sam went down south hunting. Oh, shit. Well, then Sam down south hunting. But what happened to Joe? Joe came down here screaming at the top of his lungs and saying, fuck all these motherfuckers. And he deaded his vote. That's going to be investigated, dog. Not the dumb shit that Sanchez says. Peace and love, Sister Amma. Peace and love. Not the dumb shit that Sanchez says. You got to be aware and weary of that charlatan, because that's exactly who the fuck he is. The dude is a charlatan. He's a charlatan. And I don't think his motherfucking channel went down. I think that's what you call building the anticipation. He makes fair seeming like he is saying enough for the so-called control people or the censorship or the alphabet boys or whoever the fuck that he think y'all conspiring on. He will have y'all to think that these people are coming down on him and struck his channel. No, that nigga is purposely doing this shit to make it look fair, as if people are, because I'm smoking him out of his hole. I'm exposing this dude. The dude, not only that he's a charlatan, but he's a motherfucking paid agent of confusion. He's not an arbitrary agent. Sir drops. Key Norfolk. No, I think Key Norfolk is paid because Sanchez is too much on this dude's dick and shouting out his motherfucking channel. All right, but Sir Drop is arbitrary. Big Philly Dog OG, he's arbitrary. Me, myself, he's arbitrary. A lot of them, the Quintons, even Alkaline City, them are arbitrary auxiliary agents of confusion. Meaning that they don't know. They just know that if Sanchez says sugar, you better say sugar, nigga. If he say sugar tea, nigga, you better say sugar tea. That means he's arbitrary. Unlike Sanchez, he's paid. Sanchez is a paid agent of confusion. You can tell the way he ends his streams. You can hear people in his background. He ends his streams in the middle of a soliloquy, meaning that it look like it sounds like somebody else is handling this shit. Like, nigga, you didn't let me finish my goddamn. It's just like how he cut niggas off. Nigga be in the middle of their sentence and the whole motherfucking thing cut off. But that be Sanchez, because Sanchez be like, oh yeah, I like to thank my motherfucking people who donated, and it just go click and it just cuts off. It just cuts off. Now, I don't know if he's doing this under his own recognizance in terms of that, but it's safe to say my thought is that he got handlers. He got people in the background sifting through this shit, just like Peterson did. That's the reason why when I talked about the first opening, that was the most coonish shit opening that I ever seen. And they made sure that they shuffled through all the Sanchez shit and found the best clip that they could to describe the biggest coon in the world. Because he said that white folks, if they evil and they run the world, they must be the smartest people in the world or some shit like that. And I'm saying, okay, here we go. He's giving white folks all they kudos, even with their evil doing. But the moment that a black man try to do the same shit, we copying now. Now we want to be like them. Like he doing now with the fucking Hebrew Israelites. Telling them that they want to be pilgrims. Do y'all remember that part when he was talking about the pilgrims coming? He was talking about America. He wasn't talking about Africa. He ain't familiar with Africa. He don't know no history over there. None. All his history comes from over here. So when he said the pilgrims came over here and niggas was in the jungle barefooted with fucking grass skirts on, and then you had Peterson doubling down on the shit talking about, yeah, when I was in Alabama, I went up to Indiana and my uncle got in my ass and told me that I had to put some shoes on. So that was the reason why that I didn't want no shoes on, is because I'm from the jungle and I got a bone in my nose and wear grass skirts. Who the fuck is you talking about, Sanchez? Because that don't got shit to do with African history. That got everything to do with your Aboriginal history, you whole ass nigga. So when he thought he was satisfying the constituents, especially in that rapid fire, or I call it flashcard round of questioning, he thought he was really satisfying the ego because he just flashed the questions. One was when that Sanchez covets right now that this dude have to be the most stupidest motherfucker in the world, or he is a paid agent of confusion. I'm talking about big Aboriginal power. He teamed up with Sanchez, but Sanchez made it look fair seeming in terms of his questioning when Peterson asked him, what's up with the blacks? He said, what's wrong with the blacks? That was the question. And he started going off into this pilgrim talk. So big Aboriginal power, if you continue to hang with this dude, if you continue to support Sanchez, that lets me know that you are a paid agent too. Right now, you under the umbrella of arbitrary auxiliary. I'm going to say that again. Big Aboriginal power, right now, you under the umbrella of arbitrary auxiliary. That means that you have a chance. But if I come to find out that you're still kicking it with Sanchez after exactly what I did put out, but it don't have to be, it really doesn't take me to expose it. It just take a motherfucker to have a critical mind and evaluate shit. And if you got a critical mind, you can evaluate shit. You can see that Sanchez straight up put y'all up under the bus in terms of what he think of y'all, because you are a grass-wearing nose, big nose. And remember, the Aboriginals are going around screaming at the top of their lungs. We paved roads. We made buildings. All this shit was here before the white man came. Not according to Sanchez. Sanchez said none of that shit was here when the white man came. But you kicking it with this dude. You kicking it with this dude. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna give it a couple days. If I still see them niggas, I'm gonna go in on y'all motherfuckers, but I'm still gonna go in on y'all hypocrite ass motherfuckers. Yeah, the shit is some goddamn bullshit, y'all. It's some fucking bullshit that they took my goddamn stream away like that. Now, I don't know if they let it back. I don't know if I restream it, and you know how everybody else do it. They always restream their shit, but I don't know if I'm gonna want to do that because the momentum is gone off of it. That right there was that was a major exposure video right there, major one, and they stopped the momentum on the motherfucking shit. So now he got another motherfucking whole goddamn. I'm going to call it an area. I don't know how long, but I'm just going to call it an area. He got a big ass area now to maneuver and live. All because my shit got struck down. If my shit was never struck, oh, that nigga be in a world of hurt right now. In a world of hurt. The little 152 subscribers, he would have felt us. Like really, really felt us. It would have hurted him like really bad, like real bad hurting. I'm talking about hurting in terms of his relationships with who he think he got relationships with. Because I'm going to get on their ass too. Sinetters, Garfields. I got a special place for Sabir Bey. I got a special place for him. Another charlatan. I got a special place for Sabir Bey. But these are the people who are protecting Sanchez outside of Sabir Bey. Because Sabir Bey, he's a rogue. He's a lone wolf. But he's a charlatan. He want to do his own game. He got his own game. He don't want that mixed in with Sonetter, even though Sonetter introduced your dumbass with that one dark-skinned dude and Sarah Sutton on that couch when he ate y'all dumbasses up and made you drop ranks of the motherfucking MASSA, what the fuck that stand for? Moorish Science Temple of America. He made you drop the ranks of them, nigga, because you was screaming Noble Drew Ali in the beginning. Oh, yes. I got all the history. Like I said, I got a very special place for that whole ass nigga, Sabir Bey. Other than that, Sanchez is protected by Garfield. He's protected by Sonetter. Sooner or later, he's going to fall under the umbrella of all these motherfuckers. All of them. They're going to embrace his ass right on there. Hey, Sanchez, why don't you go to Judah Nazareth's channel and argue him? His shit is always open. Because you know why? Judah Nazareth is part of the House of Consciousness. Now, that debate would have to be set up. It can't be improv, but I would love to see it like that. Because that way we can see the sincerity in their conversation, and we will also see the disingenuous in their conversation. But if they set it up, it's all gonna be disingenuous. It's like a motherfucking fixed basketball game. We gonna see them dribble, take shots, and almost look like it's a natural game, but no, this shit fixed. It's fixed. Why didn't he argue Judah Nazareth? He's one of the biggest Hebrews on the fucking and in the House of Consciousness. Why the fuck Sonetter didn't set that shit up? Better yet, see, I know Captain Cesariot, he went over to Clubhouse. General Yohana, he's over at Clubhouse. So the Israelites that we assume to argue with. Some of them was two of the biggest ones that I know of. They over at Clubhouse. But you still got Judas Nazareth on motherfucking YouTube holding at least the panels at least 18 hours long, talking nothing but Hebrew Israelite doctrine. It's it. Why in the fuck you didn't go over there and all your House of Consciousness partners go over there? From your brother Garfield's to Sarnetta to Nepal, all the motherfuckers go over by Judas Nazareth. Why you didn't go over there, Sanchez? I'm telling you something in the water, y'all. They in cahoots. They sparking some shit up. I'm telling you, they in cahoots. And I'm telling you, they're probably the ones that's sparking this shit up, because I can't see for the life of me for Sanchez to go on this rant about this fucking Hebrew Israelite shit and to keep going on it without a real, actual hard check. Because these Hebrew Israelites, to say the least, they take their shit serious. And if Sarnetta is going to open up his platform, which the fucking Hebrew Israelites also subscribe to, he allowed Sanchez to say his piece about what he think about the Hebrew Israelites. But yet you're not set up to talk to these big niggas. I want to see him talk to Judas Nazareth so bad. I do. He's the light-skinned dude that live in Japan. And as a matter of fact, him and fucking Sanchez shares the same sentiment. Both of them got Japanese wives and Japanese kids. Damn. See? Weezy 365. Yep. I done explained it and what I think is going on. Yeah, they don't want me shedding the light on their charlatan. It's shame on them. Shame on them. Like real life shame on them. They don't want me shedding the light on them. So they can keep that shit going. Fuck that shit. It's not going to discourage me. It's not going to stop my momentum as Didac, but that stream that I did called Bro Sanchez is a crypto Christian masquerading as a flat earther, that may lose momentum. And that motherfucker is ironclad. Like, I broke that shit down so well that whoever seen it on that day or had the opportunity to see it, they said to themselves, God damn, dog, Sanchez is dead in the water. He's dead in the water. Because he just straight up in that whole entire interview denied everything that he's about. He denied all his whole entire constituent just to kiss Jesse Lee Peters' ass to get exposure. Why would you lie about who you are? Why would you wait to get on your platform to talk all this shit in terms of what you think you're talking? Flat Earth, what you think you know about science. Cosmology is a science. It's not a science of ancestors getting together and trying to build a machine to capture deja vus. This is what he said on Jesse Lee Peterson's show. He didn't say nothing about no stars. He said nothing about quasars. He said nothing about constellations. He said nothing about zodiacs. He said nothing about nothing. He just talking about ancient ancestors. So Jason Lee Peterson was like, well, fuck it, dog. Who is these ancestors, man? Keep mentioning them. He said, everybody in the world. Dog, are you motherfucking kidding me? That's your answer, everybody in the world. So Jeffrey Dahmer is your motherfucking ancestor. You pulling wisdom and knowledge and understanding from Jeffrey Dahmer? How about, is Charles Manson dead? What about all the Jack the Ripper is definitely dead. What about Jack the Ripper? You pulling wisdom from his antiquity, from his antique. from his ancient geometry? You pulling wisdom from that ancestor? Because you just said everybody. Fucking asshole. Alexis Davis in the motherfucking building. But yeah, it's fucked up. My momentum on that stream has slowed down tremendously. I'm thinking tomorrow, I hope tomorrow, and I'm using that word loosely. I hope tomorrow that they release it back to the public so where everybody can see it. If not, I'm going to have to do the motherfucker over again. And this time it's going to be even more detailed and without the whole ass fuckerish shit that will get my channel struck. Or not get my channel struck, but get the video struck. Because I'm assuming my channel is straight. The way I see it is my channel is straight. It's just that I played a song at the very end, and that song is banned throughout the whole entire world. 74% of it. I showed it. I'm finna show it again. Bear with me. Let me share my screen. I want y'all to follow me now. Am I sharing screen? Yep, I'm sharing screen. So let's do this. I'm going to my studio. Going to my studio. This is the last stream. They said I had 173 views. Right? I'm going to show you that it's partially blocked. See that? They saying it's partially blocked. Watch what they say about the details. Why is it partially blocked? I played the song The World is a Masquerade, no impact. Sissy Strut, no impact. Moments in Love, remember that boom, 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 boom. I played that song, Mr. Flamboyant. Motherfucker, Mr. Flamboyant. I played all these songs. I even played the Underwater Explosion, and I played the a clip from Deep Cover when they asked the three black cops, what's the difference between a nigger and a black man? Just right around, just to refresh your memory, just right around, Peterson asked Sanchez the question, what's wrong with the blacks? I went back to that video and I played that part or that skit or that clip in a part of Deep Cover when that one detective was trying to find a cop to go undercover. And he asked the question, what's the difference between a black man and a nigger? And the one first cop, that was Pinky's character. He came up there. He said, I don't know. He said, most niggers won't. And then he asked the second cop, what's the difference between a nigger and a black man? He snatched his ass up. And then he asked Larry Fishburne's character, what's the difference between a black man and a nigger? He said that a nigger won't answer that question. And I played that, no impact. And they using the word nigger on the motherfucker. But look, Book of the Bloods, The Coming of Tan, Jedi Mind Tricks. That song was requested. Look what. Let me blow this up. This is all the places. Copyright owner is blocked in these territories: Afghanistan, some islands, Albania, Algeria, America, Samoa, some Angola, Antarctica, Argentina. These are all the A's. Then you get to the B's: Belize, Bermuda, Then you get to the seas and shit like that. Cape Verde and Caribbean, Netherlands. Like I said, I think that's where Sister Amma is. I don't know if she's from the Caribbean, Netherlands, but I think she's from Netherlands. So that makes sense there, Caribbean, because she sounds very, very Caribbean. But with that being said, Caribbean Queen. But anyway, you got Cayman Islands, Christmas Island. What the fuck? Who I know on Christmas Island? You got Cocos or Kneeling Island, Colombia. Let's move up. Look, McDonald's Island, nigga. What the fuck? I'm banned. This song is banned. Iran, Iraq, Ireland, Morocco, Mozambique, Montego Bay, Montenegro, Norfolk Island, blah, blah, blah. Sierra Leone. What? I'm banning Sierra Leone, man. Are you motherfucking kidding me? And then right here on the very bottom, it says the United States. Got United Kingdom, United Arab, Ukraine, Uganda, and the United States. Vatican City and other places. Yemen, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. For playing that song. For playing that song. This song right here. For playing that song right there. I'm not taking absolutely no more requests. Absolutely no more. I'm not taking no more requests. But I can always do this and replay it. But I'm not going to do that because it has lost its momentum. I'm waiting for the whole thing to come back so y'all can go on my goddamn channel and pull the motherfucker up. Yeah, you do got to be real careful with the music, Weezy. I didn't know this song exists. That song got requested. I wasn't gonna play this shit in the end. I wasn't gonna play nothing. I was just about to end it. I got requests to play that song. Now I want y'all to see something right quick. All right, let me pull back. I want y'all to see something right quick. Let me shrink this. I want y'all to see something right quick. All right. I'm finna show you another partially blocked stream. I don't know how did Strawberry Letter become private. This is public. I don't know how that happened. Publish. And there we go. We got to publish that one. Here we go. Another partially blocked one. Right? I'm going to show you something because these are one. I didn't even bother to dispute it, considering where they was all blocked at. Hold on. What the hell just happened? Shit. Hold on. All right. You see that? Russia. That's it. That's the only place that is fucking locked out. Russia. And all y'all get to see my whole stream except for Russia. I don't give a fuck about Russia. Russia. Let's look at another one that is partially blocked so we can compare and contrast here to where one would think that music, because I played music, Louisiana 365, where it actually struck the stream in the middle of it. It struck the stream in the middle of it. So I played music that was sensitive to YouTube where they cut it off, but they never banned it from the whole entire world. You understand? Even under the guise of me disputing it, right? They still gave it back to me and allowed it to go all over the world. Unlike the one that I'm facing now, right? Let me see if that was the one. No, this one right here. Partially blocked. Let's get the details. See, Dirty by Earth, Wind, and Fire, right? Which is an instrumental that I played, only banned in Russia. A rap group supposedly from being from America named themselves Jedi Mind Trick or whatever the fuck. They called the song "The Book of the Blood," "The Coming of 10," and that motherfucker is struck over 74% of the world. 74%. Are you motherfucking kidding me? And I was asked to play that song. I didn't play that shit. I was asked to play that. And when I played it, Louisiana 365, this is what the fuck happens to my shit. And I'm pissed off about it. I'm highly pissed. Highly pissed. Highly pissed. But I'll get through it, though. I'll get through it. That's the reason why I had to make this today, so I can vent. Because it's corruption in ranking files. But I just put the corruption in the files. They don't want me to shed light on their charlatan. Shame on them. Shame, shame. Shame on these motherfuckers, man. So this is the conundrum that I'm in terms of that stream. And the only thing I wanted to do is remind y'all of what is taking place. I just wanted to show y'all a few things. How to field strip of a Ruger 5.7. But that's pretty much with any Parliament pistol. I just showed you how to field strip that. I'm venting, of course, about the fact that my shit got put on the back. And just a quick reminder of it that I have all my notes because I'm meticulous. I'm pedantic like that. So I got all my notes. So if it's meant for me to do it again, I'm going to do it again. Except that it's going to be without a whole bunch of other shit, and it's probably going to be even more detailed. It's probably going to even be more detailed. And not only that, let me take this time out, though, to say this. To the people who still aiding and abetting this dude at this particular moment, y'all head going to be on the chopping block. I'm just letting y'all know that, right? I'm going to take a little slice out of Sir Drop's book, because he put it in my in the statements or in the comments, talking about if I do content on other channel holders, I can take off. No, it don't got shit to do with that, sir. My taking off is the knowledge that I hold. You understand? People do want to be entertained. And if it's me entertaining them by exposing y'all charlatan ass ways, then I'm going to take a little slice out of your book. And don't be surprised that I hit you over the head with the same shit, Sir Drop, because you kowtowed and you aided and you abetted this charlatan named Sanchez. So no one is safe in terms of what they think, them giving me an idea, because that is something that I was going to do regardless, or something I've been doing for a while. I just concentrate on one motherfucker at a time. I don't try to kill a 1,000 birds with a stone, but if your ass step in that trap, trust me, you're going to get killed with it. But my intention is not to go after everybody. My intention is to concentrate at one motherfucker at a time. So right now I'm concentrated on Sanchez, and I let everybody know that I'm concentrated on him. Oh, it's a whole bunch of other motherfuckers that's on the list, but I'm concentrated on Sanchez right now. And considering that, if I find y'all fucking keep aiding and abetting this nigga, y'all head is gonna be on the chopping block too. Period. Point blank. And so far, we got big Aboriginal power who's aiding and abetting him. Of course, we done seen Sarnetta do it. Brother Garfield came up there, his charlatan ass, trying to protect him and aiding and abetting. That motherfucker said, Sanchez, they hating on you because you bringing the truth. What truth is he bringing, Garfield? I know my 153 subscribers is not going to raise your eyebrow. It's not going to probably not even itch you on your ass. But I'm curious. I'm just curious with your charlatan ass. What the fuck Sanchez said was the truth, and that's the reason why everybody is hating on him. Because you went up there just straight ass kissing to the point where everybody's hair got let down, to the point where Bobby felt like he can approach you any kind of manner because that's the way Bobby Knife approached him. Bobby Knife did not approach him in a scholastic way. He approached him like in a way of hostility. Like if I was up there, I can expect that kind of hostility and a behavior of a hyena when I get up there. I didn't expect that from Brother Garfield because Brother Garfield is Big Brother. That's Big Brother to Sanchez. Sanchez, hold your men back. Check your dudes. In other words, but Bobby Knife got enough moxie in him because he felt himself being so comfortable with Garfield because Garfield do the same thing. He was doing the same thing that they did. And little that he know, Garfield was inviting all the hyenas to come and snap at him because they are the only ones that can kiss Sanchez's ass. Not you. Not Garfield. Garfield can't kiss his ass. Only Bobby Knife can do that. Only King Norfolk or anybody else who be trying to talk over each other and jump over each other just to suck his dick. Just like how I showed you in that illustration where they was talking about some other shit. And Sir Drop shut everybody up and said, move out of the way. I got this nigga dick. Y'all don't got his dick. I got his dick. Hey, do you remember that Peterson shit? And Sanchez was about to cut that nigga short, talking about what the fuck that got to do with this. But Sanchez caught his tongue, allowed Sir Drop to go ahead and finish his shit. And Sir Drop was saying, now, if Jesse Lee Peterson heard Sanchez said this and explained this, because they were talking about clouds behind the sun. On a still picture that it was probably taken. I'm talking about from the clouds, not from the sun, just from the clouds, miles and miles away. But they think the clouds is behind the fucking sun, you dumb motherfuckers. But Sir Drop said, if Jesse Lee Peterson would have seen this, he would have said, amazing. Because you know that he keep it real. This is what Sir Drop was doing to suck his dick. Like I said, man, I'm going to concentrate on this nigga. But if y'all keep kowtowing and aiding and abetting him, I'm going to take a slice out of your book, Sir Drop, and that shit going to fall on your head. It's going to fuck you up for giving me the idea. Damn. Yeah, that's fucked up, Weezy. That is so fucked up. Yep. Yep. That is so fucked up, man. But yeah, I'm going to keep going. I'm not discouraged. It's not going to slow the momentum of Didac down. But that string definitely was one for the ages. It was a must watch. It was incredible. It was going to expose Sanchez not only to the coonery, but to the contradictions in terms of when he got an opportunity to talk about what he stand for. Because not one thing he talked about what he stood for. It's everything that he was talking about was about cooning. And I just wanted to point that out to the people. So when they go up there, they have more discernment. They have more of a attitude to sift through it. You know what I'm saying? To sift through his bullshit. So just say if they are up there to try to get some information. In a moment they hear some contradicting shit, that's when they know how to eat the meat and spit out the bones. Until then, these motherfuckers are lost causes. They are lost causes. And I'm going to make sure that I stay consistent in what I'm trying to bring in terms of that. And it's fucked up at this particular moment and point where my stream, in terms of giving my critique on Sanchez, has failed on deaf ears in terms of it being put to the back, because one would think that if that stream just so happened to come back, oh, that's a typical stream Didact does about Sanchez. That's what they're going to think. Because when they go back on my channel, they're going to say, oh, this nigga doing a lot of streams on Sanchez. And they would think that, oh, that's just a typical stream. But no, that's not just a typical stream, because the ones that I did on Sanchez before never got blocked. This one did. All the other ones I did on Sanchez, Sir Drop, Big Philly OG, all the motherfuckers never got dropped, dog, until this one. This one was more devastating than anything, because he's on a neutral panel. He's not arguing with me. I'm critiquing this. Like I told you, for the people who've been following me, like Louisiana 365, thank you very much. For the people who have been following me, they know that when I give my critiques on Sanchez is when I participated on his show. So whenever I go to his show, he get all his goons to overtalk me and shit. I will then fire up my stream and let motherfuckers know what the truth is. I try to iron out the shit, all the wrinkles that they gave. I try to iron it all out on my channel. People who've been watching me, they seen this. Those don't go without saying. Until this one, Didact didn't participate. This one, it was not even on Sanchez motherfucking stream, even though he probably double streamed it. But this was more of a Jesse Lee Peterson stream than anything. Jesse Lee Peterson is one of the biggest coons, known coons in the motherfucking social media. Sanchez was happy. Sanchez got borderline dressed up for this shit, where the nigga went and put on a goddamn Members One jacket. That's exactly what the fuck it was. It was a Members One jacket, or Members Only jacket. That nigga went and put on a Members Only jacket. You understand me? He didn't have on no hat. Looked like his hair was brushed. He was ready. He looked like he moved his desk out of the way, because usually that's where the desk be. And then he just had the microphone right there. So the nigga was ready for the interview. You understand? Ready to fucking be a big ass coon. And Didact didn't have shit to do with that. So all of the fucking shit was on him. Because Didact, when Didact talks to Sanchez, Didact can make Sanchez contradict himself. But when it's coming from Didact, people pretty much say, oh, Didact a troll. You can't say that about Jesse Lee Peterson. You can't call him a troll. You can't call him whatever the fuck the other names. Y'all can't call him, or he need his Ritalin, or he out of control. He's talking out of turn, because this was a one-on-one interview. You can't call Jesse Lee Peterson a troll. But I'm letting you know, Jesse Lee Peterson made Sanchez contradict himself many times, especially on his mother, on his own mother, yet alone his philosophy on the great mother. Fuck, let's dismiss the philosophy, what he was spewing out there, because he tells everybody, go back on my shit. I did this about 8 years ago on the great mother. I did her history to his history, right? Remember all that shit he was talking. Why did Jesse Lee Peterson make him contradict himself? He said, maybe I should go apologize to my mother. Jesse Lee Peterson said, the only way you're going to be saved through the Father, if you go apologize to your mama. Nigga, And they took that away from me. They took it. Dude, I'm telling you, I can repeat it. I can. Because not only that, I got a memory like an elephant, but I wrote this shit down. I'm tedious like that. So I can do the shit all over again. But I wanted everybody to see that shit fresh and raw when I did it. What was that, Sunday, Saturday, one of those 2 days? I wanted the people to see that shit raw, fresh, and them waking up Monday morning. Too bad we don't read a newspaper anymore, but some people still need their coffee in the morning. And people will go on their YouTube and say, okay, what the hell Didac was talking about? And click that motherfucking link, and they can hear even 3 minutes of the shit. They would have been drawn into it. I don't give a fuck what part of the video you would have scooted in, just because, you know, people do move that timeline. You know, that red line that be on the bottom. People will move that up. I'm telling you, dog, I'm talking about from the beginning to the end. I don't give a fuck what part of the motherfucking stream you would have put it in. You would have listened to it longer than 5 minutes. And I know most people's attention span is not longer than 5 minutes. But I guaranteed you with this stream, you would have been so entertained that you would have went to the beginning of the motherfucker and watched it. But people missed it. People was looking forward to seeing that stream when they drink their coffee in the morning. That's why I'm upset. That's what pissed me the fuck. I'm so pissed the fuck off right now because of that. But I can always go back on it. My memory callback is raw on a motherfucker. So, with that all being said, I done spent an hour and 50 minutes up here going off on my shit. I am so happy that y'all all showed up. Let me give a shout out to my motherfucking chat room, first of all. You understand me? Mine's on the motherfucking building. Nick J, thank you very much for showing up. Then we got Calico Chris in the motherfucking building. Sister Ama, she got so Ama, right? And remember, Sanchez used to try to take that name and enunciate it funny as Amma. It's about mama, Amma. But with that, I'm just trying to sound like Sanchez fool ass. But thank you very much, Sister Amma, for showing up. Weezy Ann 365, Alexis Davis. Thank y'all for showing the fuck up and showing out. But this is what's going to be. This is just the vent. That's it. So when people do go back on Didac shit, go on their channel, they're going to probably be interested. What the hell are you talking about? Corruption in files. So when they hear this, they'll know, oh, he's softly talking about the last stream, right? Hopefully that if it comes back, that they'll say, okay, this is the stream he's talking about. It can pick back up where it started. I'm hoping that this stream will allow that it can pick up where it started. Other than that, I know it lost this momentum. And because of that, that's the reason why I made this today's stream, Corruption in the Files. They don't want me shedding the light on their charlatan. Shame, shame, shame. Because this one, out of any ones, even the one that I exposed him as being a police officer, this one was devastating. Because not only that it hurts his own constituent, but it hurts him with the Aboriginal community, because he told them they ain't nothing but a bunch of niggas with grass skirts, bones in their nose, running around barefooted. Not my words, his words. He said the Pilgrims taught y'all how to smoke metal. He taught y'all how to lay the roads down, how to build buildings, how to dress up. And as a matter of fact, he was going on in that same diatribe, but yet he misplaced it and tried to put it on Africa's back. Nigga, you done, nigga. You're done, Sanchez, you're done. What, you think I wasn't watching the show today? You don't think I can remember the show? You don't think I can remember that shit, dog? The nigga was trying his best to figure out what African tribe that goes and dress flamboyant. In terms of flamboyant, they put on colorful suits, Italian cut suits, but they be pink, like bright red or blue or sky blue. You know what I'm saying? They be dressing fancy with the Maury Gators on and shit like that. They sophisticated. You ever heard it? As a matter of fact, he's one. Sophisticated man. What the fuck? How that song called? The song go? Damn, y'all gonna make me look this nigga up. Y'all finna make me look him up right now. Hold on, y'all making me look this motherfucker up right now. Damn, what was this dude's name? There it is. That's the name of the motherfucker. This dude here. Let me see. Even though y'all can't see it, I'm finna tell you what his name is. Y'all probably already know who I'm talking about. All right. Jadina, classic man. Him. He's a South African who dressed real fancy, but he light-skinned. That's the man that I'm talking. That's the dudes that I'm talking about. Do you know Sanchez said that the Pilgrims taught them how to dress like that? So what Sanchez was doing today on his stream, he was trying to clean himself up from what was being exposed on Jesse Peterson by Didac. Because on Jesse Peterson, he was talking about the Aboriginals being in grass skirts and being influenced by the Pilgrims. Now, all of a sudden, it's Africa now. Now it's Africa who's trying to be like the Pilgrims or like the Jews and not the Americans. When you was on Jesse Lee Peterson show, when you were saying that the niggas here want to be Hebrews and all this and that, black original Hebrews, and niggas don't know what the fuck. You talking about the American here, dog. You talking about them here. Captain Tazoriak ain't from Africa. The dude who wrote the goddamn book from Hebrews to Negroes or whatever the fuck the book called, he ain't from Africa. He from here. So what is you talking about, Sanchez? When you was on Jesse Lee Peterson's show, and you went in a whole diatribe when Jesse Lee Peterson asked you the question, what is wrong with the blacks? And I'm saying it verbatim. That's exactly how he said it. And I would have been appalled. And I would have been so offended when that motherfucker said the blacks. What you mean by the blacks? What do you mean by that? Because the blacks is all over the fucking world. What do you mean by the blacks? But Sanchez, like a nigger, the difference between a nigger and a black man, a nigger will answer that question. He answered the question. A nigger will only answer that question, not a black man. Remember, the question was asked. What's the difference between a black man and a nigger? And that motherfucker sat there and answered the question, what is wrong with the blacks? So when Sanchez went into a whole entire diatribe, he was talking about the natives here and how you all motherfuckers want to be like the Pilgrims and like the Jews and the small hats and shit. And now here he is today on his motherfucking platform talking about the niggas in Africa wanted to be like the Jews. Oh, I'm sorry, not the niggas here, but the niggas in Africa. And then I started seeing some chats in his chat room talking about the real, they said a real, they said the real something is here. The real Egypt that they talk about is here in America. The real Nile River and all that shit, what they was really talking about in the Bible or any text that is revered around the world, those texts or those texts and those scripts come from United States of America. Okay, since they do come from the United States of America and all this is good shit, right? Then what the fuck Sanchez is talking about? Explain that shit, Aboriginal power. Explain that. What the fuck Sanchez talking about that the Pilgrims came over here and taught y'all how to pave roads, smoke metal, put horseshoes on horses. He told y'all, he said, Sanchez said that the Pilgrims taught the Aboriginals how to ride horses. It's not my words, it's his words. And I hate the fact that my fucking shit is gone, dog. Because I point all that shit out. I point it out. Big app. Somebody, I know some of y'all participate on the show. Big app, or Big Aboriginal Power. You gonna continue to support Sanchez even after what he said. I guaranteed you. But the moment I point y'all in the right direction, because I'm letting y'all know that Holbert chick, she heard me. They know who the fuck I am throughout all these communities. It's just that my 153 subscribers don't demand nor command the respect from these big channel holders. That's what's going on. So they can unequivocally, with plausible deniability, ignore me and say, oh, he don't exist. Or they can say unequivocally, I don't know who Didac is. Oh, you know who the fuck I am, because none of y'all was talking about Arrested Development and the song Tennessee. And all of a sudden, that fucking fat Chinese bitch was playing Tennessee all over her fucking goddamn stream. Bitch, get the fuck up out of here. All of y'all running from the Mashpee Indians. The Wampanoag tribe out of Massachusetts, over here in Wisconsin, all of that shit in Canada, all that shit over here on the coast and over on the bodies of water. That's the Mashpee Indian who controls the waters. Y'all motherfuckers from Root Word all the way down, y'all run from me when I bring this up. Because these are niggas too. How come y'all not connecting with them? What about the Nakota tribe? Not the Dakota. I remember telling the motherfucker that Delaware was a tribe, and them niggas thought it was a state. I said, ooh, wait. Yeah, Delaware is a state named after you, fool ass nigga. It's named after you. Like Potawatomi or even Milwaukee. That shit is named after motherfuckers, but none the motherfucking less with you stupid dumb motherfuckers. Y'all want to try to put y'all region in what? Louisiana along the Mississippi River? Do you know the Mississippi River went all the way to Canada? Through Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, I think. No, do Mississippi run through Arkansas? But it definitely runs through Mississippi. I think the bottom part of Louisiana going off into the Delta. Do you think you was nomadic, or do you think you were stuck? For those who were stuck and landlocked, I can understand the rhetoric, but I can't understand the rhetoric because I myself will surround myself with people who actually travel. I don't have to travel to know what they sing. If they tell me what they sing, I'm going to take it into consideration. And if I see it on a microcosm, I know that they're not lying. But until then, I'm taking a word for it until I experience it. Up until when I'm traveling. But some people are landlocked. They don't get a chance to travel. That don't mean that they are naive to what happens out there when people go travel. But you do got people who are naive as a motherfucker. They are naive, like a big Aboriginal power. Because you're not accounting for the migration patterns among y'all motherfucking Aboriginals. So you trying to tell me y'all was just stuck in Tennessee? Y'all was just stuck in Louisiana and all that area? Y'all was just stuck there until the Indian Removal Act? That's when y'all got start getting moved around? No, motherfucker, y'all was nomadic from the beginning. Y'all moved around. Y'all was up and down that Mississippi River. From Illinois to Wisconsin, all the way down to Mississippi. Nigga, so how the fuck did the Indian Removal Act displace you? You stupid, dumb motherfucker, when you got the natives, and I'm using that loosely, but you got the real Aboriginals who still original here practicing the same old shit that they practice. And they all over the place, dog. They in Wisconsin. They in Massachusetts. They in New York. One of them belonged to a rap group called fucking Wu-Tang Clan. They all over the goddamn place, dog. What the fuck is you talking about? How in the fuck did you get displaced and misplaced? Huh? 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 Like Dick Gregory. Huh? Huh? Huh, nigga? Huh? Nigga, you never got displaced. You still on the land that you fucking own. As a matter of fact, you got a better idea on who you are versus 1990 when you was wearing the goddamn green, black, and red medallions. Yo, Griff, get the green, black, and red and gold flag coming down Armageddon, nigga. But in the 90s and the 80s, niggas was wearing red, black, and green pendants. They wasn't wearing no gold, wearing beads like a motherfucker, trying to touch back to Africa. Y'all got more of a threshold on your identity today than y'all did back in 1980s in the 1990s, but y'all still fucked up in the head. I don't understand it. Because at least you had some sanity about you. When you was screaming Black Power in Africa, when you were screaming Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Zambia, and Mozambique, and Botswana, when you were screaming this, you had a little bit more sanity to you. The moment you let Africa go, look at Chicago. Look at the drill music. Look at New York. Look at their drill music. Look what Master P ushered in. Because Master P wasn't Africa. He was not Africa. Hot Boys was not Africa. You understand? Cash Money Records. They was not Africa. And you see what happened. You see what happened. He brought the Bayou Bounce, right? Right? Taking a native dance, assuming coming from Louisiana, especially during them times of fucking Mardi Gras, right? That bounce that he used to do, right? Him, C Murder, Silk the Shocker, Mamma Mia, none of the motherfuckers was about Africa. And you see the information that they brought. Sickening, very sickening. Like I said, y'all have more touch with y'all motherfucking Aboriginal and y'all more sicker today than when y'all was when y'all had Africa in y'all heart. Because at least we had campaigns. One gang. What Easy say? My baby never hurt nobody, but he still got smoked at Bebe's party. This not the first or the last. It's just another trip from the past, from your ghetto hero. We got to get ourselves together. Stop the violence. Remember those songs? Or self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. At least we had music like that. That was still pointing back. MC Hammer had on a fucking African medallion, dog, in that video, One Gang. They was wearing fucking African medallions until Dre said, no medallions, no dreadlocks, and no black fists. It's just that gangster glare. Remember, I broke that down a long time ago. When Dr. Dre said that, he ushered in a new generation of mentally ill rappers. Master P, Cash Money, Young Money, all these, them niggas is sick in the head. That's the reason why drill music is what it is. That's the reason why even Sanchez can even remotely have a platform to stand on in terms of that to try to talk about the drill music. But you don't know where that led from. If you did, y'all would drop this Aboriginal bullshit and pick up your motherland again and pick up your mama again. Then you would drop your father and pick your mother up. But Jesse Lee Peterson made Sanchez drop his mama and pick his father up because he told him that's the only way he can be saved. And have y'all noticed from that time forward, he been saying him. I want y'all to listen to Sanchez rhetoric when y'all get a chance. Listen real closely. When he's in his spiel, especially when he's in that religious shit, He will always refer to the God for God, the creator, as him. Change this whole rhetoric around. 2 hours and 8 minutes in. This is a short one, y'all. Again, thank y'all very much. HOTC Brandon in the house. Thank y'all very much for showing up, showing out. I'm going to end this stream quick. Like I said, just to recap, I'm up here because I'm venting. I'm fucking mad because my shit got fucking put on a suspension where it looks like this shit is going to have to be done all over again because the way they got it banned, the way that they have this song banned around the world, it almost seemed like it's impossible to get this stream back up because they didn't even allow me to edit the song out of the motherfucker. They not even allowing me to do that because I went there and tried to edit it out because other streams that I did, like I said, other streams that I did, it was never to this severity. And again, I was trying to overlook it and oversee it, and they gave me the opportunity. Excuse me, because I just burped. They gave me the opportunity to troubleshoot it and edit the fucking song out or cut the song out. Not with this one. They ain't even allow me to edit the motherfucker out. Only thing I can do is dispute it. So I disputed it. My typical dispute is just what it is. I have YouTube Music as an app. I pull from the artist itself. I don't go to like bootleg sites to pull it up. If I know that it ain't copywritten or it ain't clear, like De La Soul, 3 Feet High and Rising, or De La Soul is Dead, those two albums is not cleared at all. But you can find them on YouTube, but they're not cleared. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't dare play their music on a public domain. That would get my shit straight. I found out the hard way with Childish Gambino that one of his songs, It Feels Like Summer, I think he got a Marvin Gaye sample that is not clear. So when I play that song, and Weezy N, I think he was a witness to this, I played that song in the middle of my stream, and the stream cut off. The stream cut off, not that they let me finish the stream and then they take it away. No, in the middle of the stream, they said, no, you can't play this music. Not this motherfucking song. So I know from experience that this can happen, but it never happened on this magnitude. And I'm upset under the guise that not only that it didn't happen in this magnitude, but it was a request outside of me. Because I didn't know nothing about Jedi Mind Trick. I didn't know nothing about this song. Nothing. Now I do. That motherfucker ain't never being played in my shit. Never. Never. It's never being played no more. And with that, that's what prompted me to make this stream, because I had to vent. And for the people who are going to watch this stream, I hope it encourages you that if that stream come back on the public domain, that y'all will watch it with that much more enthusiasm. But until then, that stream in itself, and I'm going to quote it, what the title is, Bro Sanchez is a crypto Christian masquerading as a flat earther. That stream is going to lose momentum because it got put on the back burner. It's going to lose momentum. It's going to allow Sanchez at least 6 or 7 more days to live, up until the point either I do it over again or this motherfucker come back, and they got to come back with a vengeance. It has to come back with a vengeance. Other than that, that's the reason why I only made this stream, is because that people are probably looking for it and considering that. Let me express my my contentment towards it, and let you know that this is not going to stop Didact from pushing out the truth, even though this is discouraging. It's highly discouraging, but it's not going to stop Didact. But that stream has lost momentum. It has. It has lost momentum. And because of that, I am so fucking mad. That's the reason why this stream. But I thank y'all for listening. I thank y'all for coming in. And I'm going to see y'all next time. I'm hoping that this motherfucker get released probably tonight because they claim it's a 48-hour period to wait on to see if they're going to release it to the public, unlike the dispute to the music. I know how the shit go. I know how to read, y'all. I know how to read. I know how the shit go. But with that being said, if it ain't released by tomorrow, I say about Wednesday, Didac is going to redo the stream. Y'all going to say, God damn, is this the same stream? No, y'all going to see on there part 2. It's going to be part 2 in that motherfucker somewhere. But with that being said, thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so humble. Thank you. And I'll see y'all next time.